In tonight's Healthier Me, the first thing most people do when they feel symptoms or have medical questions is search the internet.
Valley News Team's Danielle Barber explains how you can get trusted information from local providers and experts.
You can find really great information online and you can find some not so great information online.
There's so much information out there. It's how do you find trusted information 24/7.
The blog is called Sanford Focus. It has a section on cancer survivorship, and oncologist Dr. Shelby Turstrip is one of the contributors.
We get ideas from our clinic visits and what people are asking us. Also, through our social media and what people are wanting to hear about from there. So we get a list of topics, and then I try to find the best person who can speak to that.
Another focus of the blog is Sanford Women's, which centers on pregnancy and parenting.
We choose and narrow down topics that are really common that most women who are in these situations seem to ask or to have questions about. So we talk about what to expect during the pregnancy, when things are normal, when things are abnormal, really common parenting questions.
Patients often have questions that are tough to talk about, and Dr. Lacey Krebsbach says this is when the blog becomes convenient.
You may not be comfortable with asking your friends or asking in the doctor's office, but you have a resource to kind of help you just normalize the things that you're going through and realize it's pretty universal.
The blog allows people to leave comments or ask questions related to an article.
We learn from patients all the time how we can provide care better, what are the things that are concerning people. So that helps us be better doctors. And then as providers, I think we can hopefully answer some of those kind of burning questions real time.
Down the road, cancer survivors and other patients who've had firsthand experience relating to certain topics may become part of the blogging team. Danielle Barber, Valley News Live.
The blog is not meant for emergency, time-sensitive needs. Patients should call their doctor with more immediate questions.
Later in sports, Bison football boasting a lengthy list of returning starters, what the coaches are saying about the freshmen this season.
But first, you will now be able to drink a beer with your burrito, what Chipotle is trying out. Coming up next.